Well, hello, Coach Brenda here, back for another Writing Wednesday. And you know what? It has been quite a week since we've been here. I'm going to talk to you today about concise writing and why this is so important. One of the, I'll, I'll, let's see how I want to word this. One of the tools I use to do this is self-editing, obviously. If you haven't followed my blog over on my other page, which all is coming over to Publish and Tell, so hang tight. But I wrote some posts about self-editing, and I will continue to do so because self-editing is so important so that you can write cleaner and tighter. Here's why concise, clean writing matters. And if you're watching live, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you feel like you are, say, yes, I am, or I want to be a concise writer. So I am not a concise writer. I have to self edit to make myself a concise writer, but I use exercises in order to practice concise writing. So, one of those exercises is called a 6 word challenge. And I did this at the very beginning of the year, I think on my personal Facebook page. People who put their 1 word out for the year. So, if you have your 1 word for the year, drop it in the comments and I will write a 6 word or less story about your word right now, live. But it is using 1 word. I provide a list usually for when I'm doing this challenge for people, provide a list, and then you're to write 6 words or less, a story about that word. And it's basically a sentence, right? But you want to try to make it as elaborate as a story as you can. And so that's one way to do it. But another way is just to self-edit and take out some words that aren't necessary. One of those that comes up often for me is the word own. OUN, own. A lot of times people will say things like, it's my own story. Well, that's great. It's your own story. And there I used it again, right? Your own story. But why not just say it's my story or it's your story? We get it that it's your own story because you own it, but we often toss that word in unnecessarily. It doesn't need to be there. When we're talking about owning something, if you put the possessive pronoun in front of it, or you know, however you use that noun or pronoun in front of it, you don't need to include the word own again. So that's one that I see a lot. It's common. I mess it up a lot. I guess it's because in slang we talk that way. And so when I'm writing it, I come across it a lot. And I just want to encourage you to take out that word own if it makes sense to do so. So that way you're also learning the proper way to use words like the word own. Where does that fit? How does that work? Like if I was saying Brenda owns a new car, which I don't, but if I did, you could say Brenda owns a new car. You need to say that. You can say Brenda a new car, like that's the verb, right? Owns is the verb in that sentence. But when you're saying my own or your own, you're then making own part of the pronoun or part of the noun, and it's not that at all. And so you need to be using it the proper way. So it should just be my story, your story, and leave it at that. So if you're writing currently right now, go in, do a find and replace for the word own, OWN. Do a find and replace for that word and just see if you're one of those people who makes that mistake. I'm one of those people. My editor has caught it before. I catch it in self-editing. I'm one of those people. So writing tighter just makes it, first of all, less words to be edited. And if you're new to writing, guess what? You pay for editing by the word count. So the tighter you write, the less you're going to pay for editing. And that's one of the most expensive costs in publishing a book is editing. So you want to make sure that your copy is tight, your manuscript is well written and tight so that you're not having a bunch of sufflurious, is that the word, sufflurious words that you don't need in there, because your reader doesn't want them either. They only want the words that they need to get the point across, and the faster you can do that, especially in today's fast-moving world with low attention spans, people want the information they want, and they want it now, and they want it clean and concise to the point. They don't want a bunch of stuff that they don't actually need. So write tight. So if you're watching the replay or watching live with me now, go ahead and drop your word in your one word for the year, if you have one, in the comments, and I will come back to the as they're as the comments come in, I'll come back and write you a one word story about it. But here's my one word for the year, and here's a quick one story about it. So my word for the year is fruition. And so when I was thinking about this earlier, I was like, what is a good sentence about fruition? And I was thinking, well, fruition comes, so I could say fruition comes from obedience. That's only 4 words. Or I could say fruition is a result of obedience. There's 6 words, keeping it so it's still tight, only 6 words. But did you see how it went from 4 to 6? So if I'm saying the same thing, fruition comes from obedience, or fruition is a result of obedience, I'm saying the same thing. It's a matter of how I want it to be directed. So if I really want them to know it's a result of, I need to write it that way. It's still 6 words, it's still tight. Or if I can say it comes from obedience, then I wouldn't necessarily say it comes from obedience, right? It's a result of obedience for sure, but it comes from hard work. It comes from a lot of other things too. So fruition comes from planting the seed, right? So knowing what you are trying to say will help you determine how many words you could actually use or not use. You don't want to go too short. So if I was just to say fruition comes from obedience, probably not what I really want to say. Really do want to say it's a result of. And so having those extra words in there is okay in this circumstance, but it's still under 6. I'm not going on and on and on about fruition in your life is a result of, like, we get it that it's in our life. We don't need the extra words in your life. That's another over descriptive type of writing that is not concise. It's just too many words. You don't need that. When you're writing things like that, fruition comes, fruition in your life comes as a result of, we get it. It's in your life. Now, if you were going to say in your work specifically, now that's a little bit different, right? Because now we're getting specific about where it happens. But if you're just implying it as an overall, you could leave it alone. But if you want to get specific about fruition in your work, then you want to write fruition in your work. Now you're getting a little longer, but you're getting more specific. And that's where you are tightening up and being concise in your writing. So I hope this helps you today as you plug along to write. I hope that you're writing something today. I am focusing on April's devotional today, and it's written, so I'm just going in and cleaning it up, doing some self-edits, making sure that it's concise writing for you. And then I will be praying about what I'm going to be working on next Wednesday as I am leaning back towards books. After I get April written at the beginning of this month, that gives me some space to work on some books and which book will be next out of the 80 I have to be written. I'm leaning towards the second in a series over here because I'm already working in that book. But at the same time, I have another book that is the second in this series that I'm working on, so I may go there. So wherever the Lord leads is where I will end up. But know that writing is writing. So whatever you're working on today, get it done. Whether it's writing in your journal, writing in that book, writing some email copy, writing some blog posts, whatever it is that you're working on it for your writing. I hope that you're taking some time today to do that and make it concise. All right. Last thing, tomorrow I'm actually unveiling the March Writers Retreat box. So this is only our second box to be revealed, and I'm so excited about it. It is focused on Easter, because if you didn't know, March is at the end of this month. Easter's at the end of this month. Easter falls in March this year. And so the box is a little Easter focused, which is kind of fun, but it's got a really different twist on it, and I cannot wait to share it with you tomorrow at 12:30. So tune back in here to Publish and Tell at 12:30 tomorrow for that. And you'll get to see what actually goes into the box and how it's all curated and all the pieces. I've got not only the content in the box to share with you, but the devotional. I won't go into it all because that's for subscribers, but I will show you what it looks like, what the writing exercise looks like, all of those good things so that you have an idea of what you get in a writer's retreat box and how you can actually sit down and make yourself a cozy little writing retreat once a month with the writer's retreat box. That's what it's designed for, so that you can attend a writing retreat every single month right in your own home, or if you want to take your box on a getaway, you can do that as well. If you haven't received your box yet and you're a subscriber, know that they are on their way. I think as of this morning, 33% of them have been delivered. Some are being delivered today, and I think one more tomorrow. So if you're that last one tomorrow, I can't remember where, I think it's Iowa, which is weird because it's getting to New York faster, or New Jersey faster than Iowa, but either way, know that we will be doing a spoiler alert. So if you haven't received your box yet as of tomorrow at 12:30, you might not want to tune in because I don't want to spoil anything for you. Because if you didn't know, all the gifts in the box are wrapped. Each one of them is wrapped so that you have a nice gift to open, and you can open them all at once or you can open them as you go. So I'm excited. I cannot wait to share with you tomorrow what that box looks like, what's happening inside that box, and then just know that April's stuff is going to start leaking out little by little. I leaked out a little color choices the other day. If you didn't see that, blue is our theme for April. So you'll be seeing some blue things popping up, some blue gifts shared soon. So it's coming, and I'm so excited about it, you guys. I know that I had a dear friend who is a subscriber come over to the house Friday, and as you know, I think I shared with you guys, the last gift in the box arrived on Friday. And so I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus, that the last gift, like literally, thank you, Jesus, because I really needed this gift to round out the box. And you'll see why when I share tomorrow. But it arrived on Friday. And so I had a friend coming. She drove 5 hours to see me, and she's also a subscriber. So I wanted to give her the box so I could see her open it and walk through it with her. And it was so fun to do that and to see her reaction to the different items and to see just how much she loved everything in it and how it all worked together. And it was like being there with you, watching you open it. So I hope that if you're a box receiver, you will actually, or subscriber, that you will actually make a video, go live, and share. I would love to see that. I would love to see your actual reactions as you're opening the items. Opening your box, do a box opening on this is a great thing for writers. So if you're serious about writing, going live either on your Facebook page or your profile, even if you don't have a Facebook page yet for your business, for your writing career, you can just do it on your profile. But opening the box live, this gives you a perfect opportunity for you to go live and talk to your audience about your writing as you're opening this box and going through this box. So I would love to see that. I would love to see your reactions to the box as you're opening each gift. And I'm sure your audience would love to see a little behind the scenes on what fuels you to write and what inspiration is coming for you as a writer. So I hope that you will take the time to make a quick video. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you will see tomorrow. If you haven't been watching any of my videos up till now, you'll know none of them are ever perfect, and it's okay. Just go live. And if this is a first for you, even better. This is a great time for you, an excuse for you to go live and start getting comfortable with this, so that as you're writing your book and you're getting more comfortable with your audience, you can then start talking about your book more and more and more and building an audience for your book so that when it's published, you have an audience to release it to. So use the box as that. So now you're getting a writing retreat, you're getting some inspiration to go live. It's just an all-encompassing package that I'm super excited to deliver to you. So if you haven't gotten one, March is done and gone, but April's box is now available, and it is open. The cart is open on writersretreatbox.com. The link is in the comments. You can go there and claim your box now. It will ship April 1st. So thrilled about this next box. This is the one that God really moved things up for me by giving me the content. Like, he delivered April's content before he even delivered March content in my downloaded it to my brain. And so I just knew that I had to move up the box. I wasn't originally going to mail it out until the end of May. I wasn't going to start doing this until the end of May. And God had other plans. So here I am. So I'm really excited about it all. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to March's box, the first box. Thank you to the influencers that are going to be sharing the box live in the upcoming days on their social medias as well. And I just know that this is meant to help you share your story, to help you share the goodness of God in your life, to help you share your testimony, to get those books written. This is there to help you. And if you are only writing for yourself, it's also for you, just to have a cozy writing time. In the, like I said, in the privacy of your own home, or you can take this box with you on a trip, to a friend's house, whatever, share it with a friend, however you want to do it. It's yours to have a true retreat. And I'm really, really looking forward to hearing back how you're enjoying the box, what you love most about the box, all of those things. So can't wait until tomorrow. 12:30. Don't miss it. 12:30 right here on Publish and Tell. We will be revealing March's box. So until then, claim your April box. If you already are a subscriber, you've already claimed an April's box. So you're unless you pause or cancel, you are good to go for April. That box is already reserved for you. So super excited. And think we might have one April birthday, if I'm not mistaken, in the group. So I need to take a look at that as well, because we celebrate birthdays around here. So anyway, take care. I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30. Concise writing. Go edit. Take out that word own. Take it out. And then drop me your one word for the year so I can write you a 6-word story around it. Or if you'd like to write your 6-word story, I'd love to hear it. All right, take care. Bye.